So actually at CITES COP20, there will be the largest number of shark and ray proposals ever considered at a CITES COP. 150 species are already listed on CITES, but at this COP, 7 proposals that will cover around 70 species will be considered. And it includes some of the most iconic shark species in the world. Species like the whale shark, manta ray, and oceanic white-tip are being considered for CITES Appendix 1 listing, which effectively is a full commercial trade ban and often leads to protections on a national level. Sharks and rays are the second most threatened vertebrate group on the entire planet. These are species that are on the edge. They're critically endangered or endangered with extinction, which means in the coming decades we could see them disappear completely. These are species that drive tourism around the world and are needed by communities. If we lose them, we will only have ourselves to blame because it's overfishing, both intentionally and as bycatch, that's decimating these populations. A full commercial trade halt that CITES can offer via Appendix 1 listing are one of the few resources we have left to try and save them in time. Only governments can make this decision. These decisions will likely go to a vote, and 2/3 of the governments present at the COP will need to vote yes if these proposals are to pass. We'll be providing the evidence that should help inform them to make decisions in support of these proposals.
CITES has been very instrumental in the success within conservation for sharks and rays. Countries all over the world that took these listings that were successful at CITES used that information, the studies, the science, and the policy to inform their governments and create lasting impacts both at the national and local levels in their countries. CITES also kind of has teeth. There's different sanctions that can be put on various governments if they don't follow the rules of the convention.
CITES listings act as a strong driver. We've seen a study over the last decade that shows how CITES listings for sharks and rays drive better management at a local level, in local communities, at a national level, drives better data collection, drives protections or sustainable utilization. So we know these measures work. They're not going to solve all of the problems a species face on their own, but they can be a core part of what's needed to bring the sort of protections that these species need to prevent extinctions. WCS programs around the world work to implement these listings on a national and local level. We've worked with scientists to produce a wide range of tools to help implement CITES listings. Everything from visual identification guides for fins to genetics tools for customs officials. And we work to create baselines of information on which species are declining in different countries. So the steps that could be taken at CITES COP20 can really help build and reinforce that and allow us to save some of these iconic ocean predators before it's too late.